Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to another video here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to say. Honestly, I kind of regret really watching this season entirely. Like at this point, it's there's literally no point to anything like in the writing, and I have a lot of things that I could be doing right now. And I mean, I'm sure a lot of you guys have noticed, but over the last month, and it really has been over the last month, I haven't really uploaded a lot. I think at one point I took like a whole week off. And in most weeks I'll take about 3 days off, 3, 4 days off. And like that's not, I don't usually do that. And originally I thought it was like, well, I'm just trying to enjoy the summer, the spring. I'm trying to get things done. But I really think it was Fear the Walking Dead just kind of, I don't know what it is. It just kind of killed my spirit. And then like talking about this and wanting to do stuff. And I'm like, you know what? I can do videos on other things. I really could. Better Call Saul. I saw somebody on Twitter actually say, like, are you going to be doing reviews for that? And I'm like, yeah, why am I not watching that show? That's such a good show. I watched the first 2 episodes. They were so good. And I don't know how many episodes they've done so far, but I really should probably review that. And man, I don't know about Fear the Walking Dead. Honestly, I don't know if I'm going to review the show anymore. I know there's Madison's return, so that's definitely something that is really exciting about it, but I need to see if the writing's going to improve. I really do. And I'm not going to be giving it like 8 episodes to try and see. I'm going to watch the first couple, like 1, 2, or 3 episodes of season 8. And if it's not up to standard in terms of, just what just in terms of being a good television show, it doesn't have to be great or amazing, just at least good, not awful. And that's the thing. I don't want to say it's awful. Like the thing is, it is pretty bad. This season is pretty bad. The overall show is not awful. It's just, like, I don't know how you go from season 6 to season 7. I don't get it. Season 6 was really good. It was such a phenomenal season. And the idea of Madison returning back then was so exciting. Honestly, like, I think that's when I did a lot of my Madison videos, was at the end of season 6 there. And it was so exciting because of just where the show was. And then we get to season 7 and it just, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I'm excited for it. Like, I'm going to be watching episode 16 just to see Madison. I want to see her back in the story. I think that's going to be really cool. Are we going to see Madison reuniting with Alicia? Probably not, because of where they ended episode 15. I just have a lot of questions on the writing and stuff like that. And we'll talk about episode 15 right away. And yeah, you know what? I'm going to get back to doing like regular videos and stuff, but I'm not going to really do Fear videos really anymore. I'll do one more, maybe 1 or 2 more just on the finale and Madison's return, later on, I guess in a week from now. But besides that, I just think this was a garbage season. So let's talk about episode 15. So obviously make sure to be a subscriber if you do want more Walking Dead content like this. But yeah, let's talk about the episode here. So really, this episode, I was making a lot of notes, but I just can't with this show. Like I couldn't, and I've been seeing people saying episode 15 is pretty good, like online. And I'm like, what are you talking about? This was not a good episode at all. This whole episode was basically just Alicia fighting with her inner self. Like, and in terms of like trying to beat this thing and then trying to save Strand, basically, because there's a part of her that wants to save Strand, but there's a part of her that doesn't want to. And then in the end, she actually saves Strand. And I don't know. Again, this is all so stupid. And really, a lot of this is like, it's almost like these characters are just screaming, like, I'm so important. You have to watch me go through all of this. I'm so important. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, it really came across that way to me. Like, by the end of the episode, I was just like, what emotional shit is this? Like, this is so stupid. Is this a soap opera? These characters were being so dramatic about this and like this, and they're feeling this way about this. And I can't do this because of this. It's all about like me, and not about everyone. And they act like it's about everyone. Sometimes they'll say, no, I have to do this to save you. It's like, yeah, you have to do this because you think what you're doing now is actually going to help people. And no, just being on that boat is going to help everybody because everyone could watch after you. And really, everyone just let Alicia stay on the beach. I just think the writing here was so dumb. Everything, just from the beginning to the end, it was just, I couldn't watch it. Like, Strand somehow survived in that tower. They literally mentioned beforehand, if the walkers burn up in that fire, all of that radiation is going all the way up to the top, and it's going to spread everywhere super fast. And Strand's there without a mask basically the entire time, just like relaxing, right? And he's like all sad. For how long? You know what I mean? Like that's not that makes no sense. There was so much smoke there, and fine, maybe you can argue, well, the radiation's not there yet, whatever. Like, fine. There's still a lot of smoke, and if you're in a building with a lot of smoke like that, like, I don't know, it made no sense. And also, just the whole thing of like Alicia goes over there, she's at the tower, only to come back a little bit with the group. And then the group is like, no, we're going to go back and we're going to help you. And then she goes back over there and the group's not there anymore. Like, unless she hallucinated that, I don't know. Maybe I wasn't paying attention to that scene, but like, none of it made sense to me. None of it made sense. There was too much hallucinations with everything. And I just don't get it. It was, again, a lot of these very, very similar things to what The Walking Dead used to be like in season 8, where it was very just like, I'm going through this. This is such an emotional thing. And I'm going to stare at the camera for 20 seconds and you're going to see me crying and this is going to be the best acting you've ever seen in your life. Like, it just, I don't know. I really was not a fan of this. This was something that I wasn't a fan of in season 8 of The Walking Dead either. But the thing is, it was so different because, and again, I don't even want to compare season 8 because, again, I don't like season 8 of The Walking Dead. But like, when I say I don't like it, I can still watch it. It's actually watchable because of the actors and actresses on the show. It's actually very watchable. And I disagree with the direction of just everything with the story, the pacing. Some episodes are so pointless. It was never anything close to this, though. Like, it was never anything close to what season 7 has been. Season 7 really didn't even need to happen, to be honest. Like, the end here is they're all going on boats, basically, or these rafts to get away from the radiation. That should have been episode 16 or episode 1. Like, as soon as they took shelter from the nukes and whatnot, immediately they should have been like, let's leave. But no, let's go after this tower that as soon as it goes on fire, they're all like, it's really stupid. Honestly, really dumb. And Strand, again, is now redeemed. And I said earlier this season, you can't redeem him based off of all the awful things he's done. He's killed people. But people are just cool with it now. And I understand, like, everyone kills people, this and that. It's just the way the things that he's done. There was that thing with, I don't know what baby that was, but there was that thing with the family and stuff earlier. Like, it's just really horrific things that he was doing. That all of a sudden, it's just like, and maybe you can argue, well, no, they're not going to forget yet. But I'm like, yeah, but you're letting him survive. I don't know. Honestly, I think it's just really dumb. And I think overall, Strand probably shouldn't have been the villain. Like, honestly, this season shouldn't have been Strand and this whole villain storyline and the tower. It should have just been, okay, a nuke went off, we got to try and escape. So maybe the first couple of episodes, they're all trying to reunite or whatever, but they all escape and they get away from it. And then we don't have to be stuck in that orange fog forever, right? And then we're actually out of it. And then they're just doing something else. And then maybe that you can actually properly build to Madison's return. Like, I don't know. The whole thing so far has just really been really pointless. Honestly, I can't say anything good about it. I'm frustrated with the show, and it makes me not want to do videos. Like, I'm just gonna say that. It makes me not want to do any videos and put anything out because it's just, I don't know what to talk about. I'm so excited, like, talking about The Walking Dead, and I can see it here in just the views in general on my channel when I talk about The Walking Dead. And I know generally views for The Walking Dead are usually higher. Like, obviously it's a spinoff, they're not going to be as high, this and that. And I mean, mostly because of the main cast and all that. But anything with the main cast, numbers are going to be up really high. Like, that's why, like, all the Dead videos, this and that, people like the main cast of The Walking Dead. The core cast, people will follow them everywhere. But when it comes to a spinoff show and just the writing in general, like people just don't seem to really care about it. People aren't really watching. And that's not why I'm doing my videos, by the way. That's not why I'm like following that. Like, I'll kind of do whatever I want to do. But it's just, I look at it like, you know what? I don't think people are interested in Fear the Walking Dead that much. Like, it really seems like people just, they don't really care about this show right now. And it's because of where this season is. And again, season 6 was so different. Everyone was so hyped about the show in general. Things just changed a lot here in season 7. And I could criticize the show a lot more. There's a lot more things in here in terms of just this episode that I can really get into and criticize. But I just got to the point where I was like, I don't even want to do this review. And I'm looking outside my window right now as I'm recording, and it's sunny. I got to do some spring cleaning. I definitely want to. There's a lot that I can do in the backyard and just kind of tidy up and clean. There's a lot more important things I want to do than review this thing right now and have to do a video on this. And then it just dawned on me. It's like, you know what? That's probably why I haven't been wanting to do videos, to be honest. Like, there's just been nothing exciting going on. And I think Fear the Walking Dead has just kind of drained the fan base. I think people just feel just exhausted from it because there's nothing good on right now. And I just, again, I really can't wait for Tales of the Walking Dead. I'll just say it. Tales of the Walking Dead, I'm excited for that show. The Walking Dead Part 3, I can't wait for us to start talking about it again. And I'm going to start focusing on that because it's almost June now. And as soon as it's June, you know, we're a month away until Comic-Con, so there's going to be some build up for that. Yeah, I mean, we only got one more episode left here, and this episode is probably going to be at least watchable because Madison's going to be there. And I imagine, you know, if it's Morgan and Madison, I think that could be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be a good episode no matter what, because I don't know how you can mess that up. I'll say that. Like, I really don't know how you can mess that up if you're having Madison coming back, like her first episode coming back. And it's, you know, yeah, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to leave it here. This episode, I don't even want to give it a rating, to be honest. I just wasn't a fan of it. If I, like, maybe a 3 out of 10. I'm just exhausted from this stuff. I really just, I'm bored. Like, Fear the Walking Dead is so boring right now. Season 7 is awful. I always think of what Enid said, you know, just survive somehow. That is such an, man, that saying, that quote is so powerful. It is such a powerful quote. And I wish Alicia and some of the characters here would use that, right? Like, I wish that they would actually live by that sometimes. I understand not everyone can live by that, but I don't know. Just when you look at the season overall, again, I just think it was, yeah, definitely forgettable. But I'm going to leave it here. Post all your thoughts down below. Hope you guys all enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.